What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH. So now we finally got some clarity on the Nicholas situation. I'm loving it. I'm loving the plotting, the scheming. I'm loving the team ups. I'm loving it. I think it's great. So him going to the art gallery had nothing to do with what I originally thought, him trying to expose himself to Ava. So that wasn't really what he was trying to do. He's actually not a fan of Ava right now. I didn't think about that. I didn't think that he would be upset with Ava, but he actually is because of the whole lawsuit situation. Because he feels like she not only betrayed him, she betrayed Spencer. Because she recanted her statement that would have possibly got Spencer the estate back, and he was pissed about that. So of course, Nicholas felt like Ava got what she deserved, and he feels like he has no sympathy for her at all. I said, okay, Nicholas Cassadine is back with a vengeance. But of course, he doesn't want his mom or Spencer to know that he's back until he gets the Cassadine fortune back. And that, of course, is where Hayden and Jax comes in. So the deal that he has with Jax and Hayden is simply money. Well, for Jax, it's about the shipping division for Cassadine Industries. If he does this for Nicholas assign over the shipping division of the company to him. And of course, Hayden gets her taste too. She gets some money from the Cassadine estate. I could have sworn that even though Nicholas supposedly died, I thought that once you supposedly die or you do die and they sign a death certificate, that officially dissolves that marriage. So her marriage to Nicholas should be dissolved. She shouldn't have to file for divorce. I'm pretty sure there was a death certificate. So once you put that through the court system, then that marriage should be dissolved automatically. I don't know. It depends on, I guess, state law or whatever. I don't know. But I assume that it would have dissolve that whole situation. But I like the three of them working together. And I can understand why Nicholas is keeping quiet. I understand it, but at the same time, I wish he would tell his mother. If not tell your mom, at least tell Spencer. You know what I mean? Like, don't keep them in the dark. Those are the two people who, been championing, campaigning for Nicholas this whole time since he's been thought to be dead. And they've, spoke up for him the whole time that they thought he was dead. So, I don't think it's right for him to keep them in the dark, out the loop. I can understand the reasoning, but at the same time, I think he should tell her, tell your mom, But I'm loving this, though. They all got one goal in mind. Not only to get money and to get companies, but their number one goal is to take Valentine down. See, Valentine has enemies coming at him from all sides right now. You got Nicholas, you got Hayden, you got Jax. They're coming at you from one side. You got Curtis, you got Jordan. They're coming at you from the other side. Then, what he doesn't see coming. See, he doesn't see Nicholas coming a mile away, obviously. But what he doesn't see coming is Nina. See, Nina is on this side. She's in the middle. She's right here. She's the closest enemy he got right now. He doesn't even see it. You know what I mean? You got all these people coming at you from this side. Hell, you even got Obrecht on the other side of it if you really want to go there. You know what I mean? And the biggest enemy he has that he can't see is Nina. See, I'm convinced today more than ever Nina is playing a game. Nina knows damn well Sasha didn't do this on her own. She know it. And you can see it in her face, she know. Every time Valentine walks away, she makes this facial expression. Then when he was talking with Obrecht and Nina walked away, she was staring at the two of them with this little sinister looking smirk on her face. She know that they was working together. She know it. She ain't stupid. She know. And she ain't about to. I think Nina is done letting people play her. Because it's something about her aura right about now that tells me she's sick of being a doormat. She's sick of being stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even going to say she's stupid, but I think she's stupid when it comes to love and men and all that, because she was robbed of something that she's always wanted, a family. So it made her kind of, weak when it came to Valentine. It made her very weak. But now she's opening up her eyes and seeing okay, this man has played me for the last time. I think that's what it is with her right now. She's been played so much by this man, I think she's finally woken up. You know what I mean? That's why she's not bringing anybody in on her plan. You know, she's playing this very close to the vest right now. Her and Curtis are really good friends, and she's not even telling him what she's up to. She's not telling anybody what she's up to. It's not all about trust. I think it's just that she prefers right now to keep this to herself because she doesn't want to involve anybody else. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to. But I love the fact that Curtis is not letting this go. And he's not. He's not letting it go. Him and Jordan went right over to that hospital to get them test results because they're trying to compare notes, put two and two together to figure out how they did this, how Valentine pulled this off, because they know he has something to do with this. They know it, but they're trying to figure out whose DNA did he use to make sure that Nina and Sasha were a match. So that's his new, he's trying to figure that out now. And that's exactly what Obrecht was trying to tell Valentine. Like, it's only a matter of time, she told him, before somebody start asking the right questions. And Curtis is currently doing that. He's piecing everything together like one big ass puzzle. And so far, he's on the right track. He just got to put a few more pieces to that puzzle on that board, and voila. You have a nice shaped puzzle. All the pieces are fit. And he's getting close. You know what I mean? And Valentine sitting there, look, that little whiny little facial expression he always made. Like, oh, Obrecht, you got a lot to lose. Obrecht is not worried about it. He got way more to lose than she do. And she got a point on that. You're going down. This could be what Lulu needs to finally get custody of Charlotte. You'll lose Charlotte. You'll lose Nina. And without him even knowing it, you're about to lose the Cassadine fortune. Like, you're just getting it from all sides right now. His time is coming to an end. Enemies are swarming from each side of you. And a couple of them he don't even see coming. You know? Like, come on. You even got Lulu in there. Like, these are just enemies coming from all sides of the fence, coming at your ass. They coming for your throat. And quite a few of them you don't see coming. And that's where Valentine underestimates people. He think he's the big bad wolf. Like, you scare people. And you really don't. You don't scare anybody. You ought to be scared. Because you got enemies coming at you from every which way. And they're hell-bent on taking you down, and you don't even see it. You think he's so smug and so smart, he's arrogant. And that arrogance is what's always going to beat you. So anyway, moving on from that. Anyway, I still feel like Sasha was being a fool by not, throwing Obrecht and all them under the bus. I think she should have. But I do respect the fact that she wants to get a new job and stuff on her own without Michael's influence, without his help. She wants to do things on her own because she don't want his family or other people, they already think a certain way about her because of the Nina situation. She don't want them thinking, oh, she's using Michael and, to get jobs. So, yeah, I could totally understand that. She don't want Michael or anybody thinking, well, even though Michael doesn't think that of her, but you don't want people thinking, oh, you got this job because you're dating Michael Corinthos. So I get it. Hopefully she finds something good. I don't know why she don't just go to Lucy and go try to do deception. I think that's what she's leaning more towards because that's something that she can get on her own without Michael. You know what I mean? Like, call Lucy and take her up on her offer. Why not? It's good money. You'll, be a part of the company. Creative control. Like, Lucy gave her a pretty damn good deal. Like, I don't think she should turn that down, even though she did. But I think she should reinstate that. So anyway, Maxie and Peter, they continue to get on my nerves. Like, seriously, Maxie needs to open her eyes to him. Like, I just find it weird. Like, you're dating your dead husband's brother. Like, that's creepy and nasty. So of course she want to sit there and ask Peter to move in with her or whatever. I'm just over Peter. Like, at this point, I'm completely over it. I'll be ready for him to crash and burn, just like his partner, Valentine. Both of them can crash and burn together and go play in traffic. I think the actors are pretty good, but, the characters are just annoying me. Like, they are. They're just getting on my nerves. So anyway, I did love the conversation between Julian and Laura. Like I said, Laura, she can have chemistry with anybody. Her scenes are always amazing, no matter who she's in a scene with. It's always great, And And Julian, his prediction was correct. He basically told her, like, if Sonny found out about Ava being in Shady Brook, he knew Sonny would try to use that against Ava for full custody. So when Laura went to go see Sonny, of course, and she told him about, Ava voluntarily committing herself to Shady Brook. And I love how Laura emphasized that numerous times, that she did it voluntarily. Like, she wasn't forced. She wasn't none of that. She did it on her own. And of course, Sonny went there. He did exactly what Julian predicted he would do. He was like, oh, well, since she's in Shady Brook, that means she could be a danger to Avery. She shouldn't be taking care of Avery. I knew he was going to go there. Julian knew he was going to go there. And I think in the back of Laura's mind, she was shocked, but she wasn't shocked. She was hoping that she could prove Julian wrong and Sonny wouldn't go that route. But come on now, you've known Sonny for all these years. You know how his mind works. And you know Ava's not his favorite person. He considers her an enemy, of course. So you know how he is. But I like how Laura tried to appeal to Sonny as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Because, she explained things to him like, she sympathizes with Ava as a mother because she went through mental illness, as we all know. And she thanks God, she thanks God that she was always able, whenever she was better, to be a part of her kid's life and nobody tried to keep her from her kids. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't want to see that same thing happen to Ava. Yes, Ava has done some despicable things over the years. She definitely has. But that's no different than half the people on this show. Most of these characters have done some horrible, despicable shit. And yet they're still walking around. A lot of them are still walking around, living life, making money, having their families. So why can't she? If there's no punishment for these other people, why does she have to face punishment? I'm just saying. They've all done some horrible things. They all got dirt. All of them, pretty much. I ain't gonna say all, but a lot have done some things they're not probably proud of. So, I was hoping she could talk some sense into Sonny, but more than likely, it didn't help. See, because Sonny, he just doesn't get it. Even when he said to Laura, like, oh, since when are you Team Ava? See, when he said that told me he didn't understand where she was coming from. And he was going to do what he wanted to do. Because you're not getting it. She's not Team Ava. That's not what this is about. It's not about being on nobody's team. This is about playing fair. This is about being a parent. Doing what's best for the child. You know what I'm saying? She lost her daughter who was violently murdered. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about taking her other child away from her. Her only living child. You're talking about taking away from her and possibly, making it hard for her to ever see her again. Because that's what Sonny would do. And Laura tried to appeal to him as a parent. And of course, he just don't get it. He's not comprehending. Hopefully, he's not going to, make this a big mess, because you might want to learn from some of those past mistakes. Look what happened with Alexis when she kept Christina away from him. Look how Christina grew up. She grew up resentful of both of her parents. One, she resented Alexis for keeping her from her father. Two, she resented Sonny for not fighting for her. Because look at how many times Carly done took Michael and Morgan away from him. He fought hard to get Michael and Morgan back. He never put up a fight for Christina. And that's why she always resented him. I'm not going to say she hated him. She might have said she hated him, but I don't think she did. But she resented the hell out of him for not putting up the fight for her that he did for her brothers. So don't do that to Avery. Don't put her in that situation that your other daughter had to deal with. Pitting her against one parent, trying to keep her away from the parent. Don't do that, because then she's going to grow up being the same way Christina was, resentful and hateful. And you don't want that. That you don't want. Trust me. So hopefully he gets it. Hopefully. I am freaking loving Julian torturing Brad. I'm loving it. Even though I hate that it's at Lucas's expense. I hate that. But it's hilarious as hell. Sending him that nude picture and sending him those text messages and stuff. Lucas' head was about to explode. He was not trying to hear no more of Brad's lies or excuses, even though Brad really isn't cheating. But I kind of understand Julian's motivation for doing this. First of all, he was all willing to help Brad until he got tired of helping Brad. Because every time he turned around, Brad had a new problem. Oh, we got a situation I need you to take care of. It was like he was pimping Julian. You know what I'm saying? Julian had to put his pimp hand down and let him know, I ain't your bitch. You ain't my pimp and I ain't your hoe. You feel me? I understand where Julian was coming from with that. Like, he got tired of doing Brad's little bidding. Like, he had to let Brad know, bruh, you do know I was in the mafia, right? Like, he had to let him know real quick, don't forget who I am. Or don't forget who I was. You know what I'm saying? Now you're making Julian revert back to type. Because you want to sit here and make demands. And Julian had to let him know. He had to pull that leash real quick and let him know. Remember who you talking to. I'm not your bitch. You ain't my pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put him in his place. And I loved it. I'm loving it. Like I said, I hate that it's at Lucas's expense, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. That's why I said Julian was a fool from day one to get involved in this. He should have never got involved in this mess. Because when the truth comes out, all hell gonna break loose. Lucas ain't gonna mess with you. Sam, of course, is further gonna not want to mess with him. Like, you know, people are just gonna walk away from you, and that's what you don't want. Like, he's made so much progress in the last 2 years. And by this, you're ruining the progress that you made. So freaking Brad sitting there denying the affair the whole time. Lucas ain't trying to listen to nothing he got to say because he feel like it's all lies. And now, of course, Brad figured out that Julian, of course, is the one messing with him. And, you know, Julian took glee in it. He was happy as hell. And Julian put him on notice. He said, this is what you gonna do. He was like, you gonna pretend like you left town with your lover, but really, I just want you out of town. And Brad was like, I'm not leaving town. Julian was looking at him like, that's not a request. I'm telling you what you're going to do. You're going to leave. There's no other way around it. Because Julian's trying to protect his secret. Because if the secret comes out, that means his involvement comes out. So at this point, he has no other alternative but to have Brad divorce Lucas and leave town. So that way the truth could stay hidden. That's why he came up the whole cheating thing. Because he knew if they kept going to therapy, he knew the truth was going to come out. Brad was going to mess around and say something. He knew it. So he had to nip that shit in the bud real quick and stop the shenanigans. But either way, the truth is going to come out. Either way, it's going to come out. No matter what you do, it's going to come out. But I'm just loving that he messing with him. And it was funny when Brad and Lucas were out on the terrace and Sonny and Carly were in there talking and stuff. Sonny, I did not blame Sonny. Sonny was like, he kept trying to tell Carly, can you, try to get them to leave? Carly was like, no, because it's rude. I agree with Sonny. Like, first of all, they've been at y'all house all day. Y'all trying to, the kids are finally down. Avery and Donna are probably asleep. Jocelyn probably, sleeping off her hangover. Y'all trying to get some sexy time. Y'all trying to get y'all little, y'all trying to get it in. You know how busy they be? Like, y'all both got jobs, careers, whatever. Y'all got 2 babies in the house, basically. A toddler, basically, and a newborn. And you got teenagers in the house. Like, y'all trying to get it in when y'all can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame Sonny. Like, okay, they been here all day. Tell them to leave. I would have been the same way. Forget all that rude talk. I would have been the same way. But I did like, Carly was there for Lucas or whatever, trying to comfort him and stuff. Like siblings do, but it's time for them to go. They can argue at their own damn house. Like, we got to get it in. So, I enjoyed this episode, though. I think I'm starting to like New Nicholas. He's coming around to me right about now. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the plot. But in the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.